I'll take 8 out of 10, man.
7 out of 10.
Oh, come on.
What? Bonus points.
Super driving.
8 for sound, 5 for guitar. 9 out of 10.
Just give yourself.
7. But the vibe, solid player.
I'm on last. What? I'm on second.
Left wings of warfare, pigeon flicks on my thin brown hair like an elegy, soaking me, drenched in the language of social mobility, but I don't seem to mind the gruesome link between people and time. It's an enemy telling me the wheels are puffing are circling the opposite life. The anime just creeps up on you slowly, surely, holy. Water flows as normal water does in little here.
Hi, I'm Matt from Little Comets. There you go, that's an introduction.
I'm Rob, I sing.
I'm Mickey, I play guitar.
I'm Matt, I play keyboards.
Nathan Green, play drums for Little Comets.
I've been in the band for about 4.5 years, nearly.
Started in, I think July 2015.
A friend of the band who was just straight away just replied, give me a call, I'll meet you for coffee. Next day, met him for a coffee. He was like, yeah, Little Comets want a keyboard player and a guitarist to do some extra stuff. And that's that. I think I was rehearsing with them about a week or two later.
First like 2 proper gigs were like Reading and Leeds, and then we've done like obviously a tour like every year.
Me and Mickey have always written songs together.
We started a band with a guy called Mark Hall.
So when we finished uni, we tried to be in a band with Mark, and then we realised that we needed a bass player.
One day Matt walked into the rehearsal room with his flowing locks of hair.
Because I was being really cheeky, because I never used to have a bass player. I kept on popping my head around and going, yeah, do you want a bass player? And they said no lots of times.
Matt had a really nice guitar that we wanted to borrow for recording, so we got him down and we're like, yeah, we'll borrow your guitar. And can you play bass? And that's when we started.
Hi, I'm Freya.
Hi, I'm Colin.
I've been coming to see Little Comets live for like maybe 7 years now.
Yeah, so quite a while ago now, like, 5-6 years.
2009.
Living where they're from, and they do like lots of little small gigs and stuff like that, and definitely my mate Freya, she got into them a couple of years at least before me, and all of her mates, because she's in the year above me, all of her mates would go to like the littler gigs and I'd hear about them from there.
I remember standing on my best friend's garden path and his brother had showed him a song. He was like, oh, listen to this band, I think they're amazing. And I was like, fair enough. So we played Worry and Adultery, and I was stood, it was the middle of summer, and I was stood on this garden path, and I was like, oh my god, these are so cool. And like that, I think that'll stay with me forever, just because it was so like, such a defining moment in my teenage years.
She was going out with a drummer in a band who was supporting Little Comets at the boardwalk, and she came home and just said, Mum, you've got to listen to this band.
Yeah, my name is Reece.
Hi, I'm Harry.
My name's Amy.
I first started listening to them in about 2010.
I'd say maybe like 5-6 years ago. My sister introduced me to them when we were on holiday in France.
Probably just after the release of their first album. Yeah, I think it was one of the related artists on Spotify or something, and haven't stopped since.
I'm Ella.
I'm Sam.
I first started listening to Little Comets 2013. It would have been. I remember seeing dancing song, I think, on my like YouTube like recommended, like, and started listening to them. And then I found out that my uncle, who's a couple years older than me, was also really into them as well.
I'd say about 2009. I used to be into like rap and hip hop and all that sort of thing, and my sister started playing Little Comets, and honestly it used to drive me nuts. I used to hear Joanna all the time. I saw them at Leeds Fest, I think it were 2009, and my mum turned and said to me, this is your song, and then Joanna came on, and that's it. Ever since, fell in love with it.
Just, you know, like we can only do this and keep doing this because people like you support our music. This gig's been brilliant, so thank you very much.
So we'll arrive to the venue, unpack the van, usually set the stage up.
Sometimes it differs, depends on if we all come together. Like today, me and Rob and Mickey came separately, and then the other guys came from Newcastle, they had the band.
Then Mickey gets in the desk and makes the other PAs working by getting me to sing through it basically for like half an hour.
He will kind of do some sound stuff, test the monitors.
And sound check. Nathan first. Then Matt Saxon and Matt Hall. Then me.
You should have watched me away.
And then Mickey. Then after sound check, depending on what stage time is, I might get something to eat.
Play a bit of football maybe. Got a really good game called One Touch.
Then we might have stuff to do like make drum skins, or Matt Hall will set the merch up.
Doors were open, first band, then us. Then now like they'll be on merch, and then some of us will pack down and then load up.
Relax after the gig for an hour or so, pack down the van, and then off we go.
He loves the attention. He doesn't really. None of it do except Matt. Don't believe you. No, honestly, it is true. We're just kind of songwriters who accidentally became performers. It's It's alright.
Favourite place?
I'd say in every city we've played in, we've had good gigs and bad gigs there. So, yeah, like, even in the same room, like the Club Academy in Manchester is a good example. We've had great nights in there.
If you play a gig in Manchester on a Sunday, the crowd are quite subdued.
That was like, oh, well, that just didn't spark. But then we've had great nights in there as well, where for whatever reason it's just been electric.
Normally, Leeds is one of the best ones, and London's really good, and Newcastle's really good. But any place can be really good if it's the right night. It just depends on the people in the room.
People's front rooms, and that was for a long time. That was where we played gigs, doing house parties and stuff. And like I'll never forget some of those gigs in like rooms smaller than this, bedrooms, mattresses breaking because Mickey was jumping on them, sleeping on people's floors because they were like, oh well, we stay here. Yeah, and then goes all the way up to like venues like the Roundhouse, where we supported a band called Gomez. Like that was an amazing experience because it's such a good venue. So yeah, just anywhere to play. It's quite nice.
I reckon this will be banging. Alright, let's get the door open. We'll hand some pizza.
So we were allowed at that point to, instead of just email them again, to re-record the album. So we went off to do that in Liverpool. And it started off as just let's quickly do it, but it became quite an emotional thing because we kind of played a lot of songs that I hadn't played for a while and remembered what we were doing when we wrote them for the first time. And, so we thought when we toured this time around, we'd play a few songs of the old album. So,
every album that we've ever done, you know, just each one is just always kind of came at a fairly important part of my life. I would think in each album that we have, I like resonate with certain aspects, and you know, like brings back a lot of good memories, and you know, a few little sour memories now and again that I associate with different things. But like I think they're absolutely class for so many reasons, and like they just seem like such genuine, real people at the same time.
They're quite a big part of like North East culture, I guess. Being from Newcastle, and a lot of my friends know them as well because they are just like a big North East band, and they just write really important music as well, so it's just a whole host of things.
They were the first band that I really wanted to go and see. I think it's the first gig I went to of my own accord was a Little Comets gig in Bristol, and they've inspired me to start making music myself.
There's just something about it that's like, it's so real, it's so brash, and they don't give a shit if it's not going to get played on radio, or if someone doesn't like it, or if it's controversial.
Their lyrics and the issues that they discuss are really, really vital to talk about in this day and age.
Even some of the songs where it's like a more dark meaning, they manage to like turn that on the head and make like a happier song out of it. And it's songs that you can like listen to and it have like one effect on you, but then if you listen to it even more, it's got a completely different effect on you.
I think partially because I've grown up with it. I mean, tonight I was at a gig with like 3 of my oldest best friends, and we've been coming to see them for like years and years and years. And it's just funny to think that so much has changed, but we all still love this band, and we're still able to like have such a good time with each other.
We write about important issues that mean a lot, but we don't do it in a in-your-face way. We do it in a beautiful, eloquent way that is just lovely, and it makes you feel it more.
Tonight will be my 11th time seeing them, and just like from seeing them in an 80 cap venue and just talking to them, like they're the reason that I wanted to get into the music industry.
So I went through some shit like a couple of years ago, and everything was up in the air in terms of like my home life, and not my friends, but my home life, which was massive. And that was when they brought out Hope is Just a State of Mind, and it sort of was a constant in my life, and it was a way that I was like able to just be grounded. And that was really important to me, and it meant a lot, and it still does. Yeah.
Just made me feel better about myself, really.
There's other people out there that makes you know, helps you to think that you're not alone, and there is other people out there that feel the same way you do about the world that we live in, the things that we sing about.
I remember the first day my mum realised Mickey was capable of badness, and Mickey used to bite himself and say that I'd bitten him. But we were playing on like a computer game, and like Mickey crashed his car and he went, "Oh, you bastard!" And my mum walked in and she was like, "Michael!" So yes.
Favourite song to play live?
I think it depends. Like all of them have different like charms. It depends on like the night, what the crowd are doing.
It depends on the sound in the venue. If it's a really big venue, then it'll be a different sound than if it's a small tight venue.
Like I never used to play acoustic guitar until this tour, so I've picked up the acoustic guitar on a few tunes. So those few tunes are really good. I think it's like M62, Lost Time, and 3 Minute Faults. I always find those are really fun to play.
See, it's normally like a slow one. So like it used to be Violent Saturday Night. I like playing Viento to be honest. But I don't know, I think what I like about gigging is that it's not specific. Like there's not every night that we'll play Viento I enjoy that one the most, and like the best show is the biggest one. It's like a gig can sneak up on you and surprise you and be absolutely without you realising it.
Sometimes dancing songs my favourite to play, but then sometimes like Bayonne or like Waiting in the Shadows, The Dead of Night was a favourite for quite a while, as much as it's quite like the same part all the way through on the bass. There was a time at which it kind of meant a lot to us, as well still does in ways.
And I think it's the same with songs, that I can catch somebody's eye in the audience, or we could be having a really good gig that builds up to a certain song, and that happens to be great on that night. I think in Nottingham we played Bridgeburn, and I absolutely loved playing it because the audience were just really, I felt like they were really into it. So that night I really enjoyed playing that song. That's what's good about gigging, is that on any night, any song can be classed.
At the end, everyone just goes through it. That's why it's just like everyone's just like, okay, regardless of what how the sit has gone. Everyone's just like, I'm good.
I love being part of the community. I've been part of the community for lots of different things, and I think Little Comets especially, because they're just such like funny, down-to-earth guys.
Oh, it's so great. Then I've been going to Little Comets for like 5 years now, and you always see the same faces, and there's like people that I know on Twitter, and there's so many people that I've met that are now some of my really close friends, and whenever I get to see them, you know, it's so great, and you can really tell that the band enjoy that about their fan base. It's like, no one just likes Little Comets, everyone loves them.
Just little things like, you know, I've seen them over 50 times. Just little things like that. You just do not get stuff like that with any other band, and that is what sets them apart, little things like that.
You can have like a really decent conversation with another Little Comets fan, and the community around Little Comets feels really friendly and really warm and nice.
I think being in such like a little community and being at like, because I have quite small gigs, when you go there you meet a lot of the people that you've met online and things, which is like really lovely to see, and there'll be people that go to quite a few of the dates and you see them around and about, and it's just like a really nice wholesome community. It's not one of those ones that tends to have big drama.
And it's just really cool that like it's super chill. It's like if you see someone and you know they like Little Comets, it's like, I see you. But it's really lovely.
Without all that engagement, we definitely wouldn't still be doing gigs, I don't think. I think it came from like quite early on. It was a very thought about decision, to be honest, at the start, to be very engaged with people, because I think that's it's nice to do.
Well, you know what's nice is that because we've been doing this so long, because we have a really small fan base, I'd say, like committed group of people that we know people. Like at gigs, people will come to gigs and we know them now, so it won't just be, oh, hello, would you like me to sign this piece of paper and post for a photograph? It's like, oh, how's such and such, like what have you been up to? Because we know people are going to honestly listen to the music and decide if they like it, based on whether they like it or not. It means we can just express ourselves, because we're not trying to think, oh, what sort of song would people like to listen to, or should we try and make it sound like the first album because everybody loved the first album. I think all of that really helps with retain that idea of just like simplicity. Like
There's violence out the night. I do it to myself.
like to say that the last 10 I've been following them for 10 years, and they are the best band out there. They care so much about the fans and everything that's going on in the world.
Just a thank you really, just for everything that they've done, like seeing them everywhere, like 10 years of seeing them now, and to the next 10 years really, just thank you and long may it continue.
I've really enjoyed the fact that even though I've moved all the way down to Liverpool from living in the northeast, that I've taken that bit of culture with me, and like every time I listen to them, they make me think of home and like all the stuff I love about home and all the good things about the northeast. Like it's nice that they have that legacy that they can take with them no matter where we are.
I just think they're absolutely lovely. Like I've been coming to see them for so long, and it's like it's really cool now that like they know who I am, and we have like it's just nice to see them.
If anyone hasn't ever, for whatever reason, listened to Little Comets, I very much think they should. And if Matt's watching, tune soon, back my arm.
But you tell me to listen, I believe you feeling like you need a dancing song. Shout! There's some structure in your brain, you like me nothing
so I don't know what I should be playing.
Total sex reaching spills across distilled ignition. All the males that are equipped with shoulders made of oven chips. Overeating, exercising, diet fads, and those denying climate changes in abundance. Building homes and frozen tundras. Taxing while you should be driving Earth's flat. You're surviving, eating only steaks and hoping global warming some sort of pause. I wish you were a human being. Whales have eaten all the plastics, filled the sea with geriatrics. All the ills of social care until they wash up everywhere. Cause I've always told you, they put things in the water. And toxic masculinity is now a fragrance in our food. We spray it on ourselves without the slightest hint of the irony.
I feel like I'm too much of a fan. I feel like I'm too much of a fan now. People are pointing up at me like, oh, no.
Too much?
Yeah. am I weird?
You're the perfect subject, Reese.